All right, our next lesson is starting to use some of the math capabilities in Excel. So you're going to download these numbers from the My School website, and we have a few columns of numbers here in D and F and H and J and L. So what we want is in these yellow boxes where it says sum, we want to figure out the sum of these cells. Now, it's a really important concept to get your mind around, that we really don't care what these actual numbers are. We do not care that this says 3, 5, 2, 4, and 6. It could be any numbers in there. We don't care about adding those specific numbers together. We want to add where the numbers are. And where the numbers are D2, D3, D4, D5, and D6. We are adding those cells together. We are not adding 3, 5, 2, 4, and 6. We're adding D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6, and we're going to put the answer in D7. Okay? And that it's real important that you get your mind around that we don't care what these numbers are. So what we're going to do is we're going to click where we want the answer, and then go up here, and your box will look all skinny like that. And we're going to not click on the FX, but we're going to click right next to where it says FX. We're going to click right there. We're going to type equals, the equal sign. And then we're going to put D2, and we're going to type a plus sign, which is shift, and then the plus sign. And then we want to add D3, so we're going to type D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6. Okay, so we did not add 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6. We added what was in these cells. Now, if we hit enter, it tells us that these cells added together equals 20. The difference between adding the cells together like we did and adding 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 is this. You can see that the sum is 20. If you added 3, 5, 2, 4, and 6, the sum would also be 20. But let's say that now all of a sudden the information in cell D2 changes. Now it's not 3, it's 13. If you added 3, 5, 2, 4, and 6, your answer would be 20. And if it changed, you'd have to redo that. But if we change our 3 to a 13, watch when I hit enter. Watch right here as far as the sum. It changed it automatically. And that's because we did not add 3, 5, 2, 4, and 6. We added D2 plus D3. Okay, so see the difference there? So now watch, when I put it back on 3 instead of 13 and hit enter, it automatically keeps it up to date. That's a huge difference. That will save you a whole lot of time. Okay, so go over to the F column, click next to the FX and click equals. We want our answer to go in F7, so we click there and then equals, and we want F2 plus F3 plus F4 plus F5 plus F6. We're going to hit enter, and that equals 19. And you make sure you can do it right. We're going to change our 5, we're going to change it to a 12, and watch our sum right here. Yep, it changed it. Okay, and I think it was a 5, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. All right, we're going to do the same thing. Sum. Now, there's also a speedier way that you can type these in. We need H2 plus H3 plus H4 plus H5 plus H6. You can go up here, click where you want the answer, put equals, and then instead of typing in H2, you can click in H2, and look, it puts it right there. And then you can go plus that one, plus that one, plus that one, plus that one, equals, boom. And here's our next answer. We're going to go equals, and we're going to go, I want J2 plus J3 plus J4 plus J5 plus J6. Enter, or equals. Whoops. I have an extra plus sign there, so that won't work. So I have to get rid of that plus sign. Then hit enter. Boom. Look how fast you can do this. This is where I want my answer. Don't forget that part. Okay. L2 plus L3 plus L4 plus L5 plus L6. Boom. We're done with all those sums really fast. Okay. Now we need to find the average. Now The average is simply the sum divided by how many numbers did you add up to get the sum. So we could then say the average is going to, click up here, equal. It's going to equal the sum of these numbers, so that's found in D7, divided by how many numbers did we add up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, divided by 5. The average equals 4. Okay, now you could just do that in your head, but what happens if we go up here and we change our 3 to a 13? Watch, your sum and your average changed it. Okay, so that's why we want to learn how to make Excel do the math for us. Right here, we're going to click that's our average. We want our average to type an equal sign, equal our sum, which is in F7, divided by how many numbers did we add in there? 5. Boom. Again, our average equals our sum divided by, we had 5 numbers in there. Okay, so this can go, once you understand the concept, this can go pretty quick. Our average is going to equal our sum divided, that's a slash, by 5, hit equals, boom. Our average is going to equal our sum divided by 5, boom. And now watch, if you change this 70, if let's say we change it to 100, it's going to change our sum and our average. Okay, so you don't ever have to do that again. Okay, now let's change it back to 70. Okay, so we've just done our sums by adding them together, and we've done our average by taking our sum that we did and dividing by the number of numbers, the number of digits that we added up. All right, the next thing is these this little area right here. This is how you'll actually use this. When you get a job and you are earning money and you have some bills to pay, you have to keep track of how much money you have so that you don't run out of money. Okay, and a balance is called, how much money you currently have is called your balance. Okay, so I'm going to give you a balance of, let's say, $624.88. Okay, you're starting out with that much money. Okay, now let's say you need to buy kitty food, cat food. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to type in, all right, how much money did I spend on cat food? Let's say it's $29.95. Now I want to know what my current balance is, because I know how much I started with and I know how much I spent on cat food. So we're going to say, all right, and here's my up-to-date balance. We're going to go up here and type, that's going to equal what I started with, which is not $624.88. Don't think that. Our balance is B14. Notice it put it up there, minus B15, which is how much money we spent on our cat food. We don't really care that it was $29.95. We just care about where that information is found, and it's found in B15. We're going to hit equals. And after we bought cat food, this was our new balance. It happens to be $594.93. Okay? Now, your dog is hungry too. So dog food, we're going to type in there. That was $35.98. I'm making this up, but this is how you would do it. Okay? So now we want to know how much money we have after buying dog food. Well, how much money you have is going to simply be how much money you started with, B16, minus how much money you spent, B17. So our new balance is going to, type up here, equal how much we started with, B16, minus how much we spent, B17, boom. Now, after buying dog food, we have $558.96. You've got to know that. You've got to know how much money you have. Okay, now it's payday, and let's say that you're going to get paid $422.68. If you are getting paid, we're not going to subtract that. You're going to add that. So our new balance would be what we started with, B18, add how much we got paid, B19, and it'll tell us our total amount. So we're going to go B20 equals what we had, B18, plus what we got paid, which is B19, hit enter, and we have $981.63. Okay, so this is actually how you can use Excel in everyday life. This is probably what your parents do. Okay, we're going to save this as last name preview 1 and turn it in.